Super investors have just released their 13F filings, and we're going to review the 5 best buys to see if there are any hidden gems they're investing in. Some of these picks are truly amazing, so make sure to stick around until the end. The first stock is extremely popular among super investors, as it's considered one of the highest quality companies available today, Microsoft. For those who may not be familiar, Microsoft is a major technology company that produces software like Windows and Office, as well as devices such as the Xbox. Its offerings enable people and businesses to work, play, and communicate more efficiently. Microsoft has established a significant competitive moat because its products and services reinforces one another. For instance, using one service often leads you to explore and rely on others, whether that's seamlessly running Office on Windows, connecting through Teams, or integrating your gaming experience on Xbox with online services, creating an ecosystem that's hard to leave. In terms of valuation, Microsoft currently has a PE ratio of 33 and a price to free cash flow ratio of 44, which may seem expensive at first glance. However, given the company's robust moat and its strong standing in the tech industry, it appears to be a good deal. When you consider its forward price earnings ratio of 29 and a forward price to free cash flow ratio of 40, the stock looks even more attractive. For these high valuations to be justified, the company needs considerably growth potential. That potential lies in expanding cloud services, especially Azure, as more businesses move online, along with its investments in artificial intelligence, gaming, and subscription based models like Office 365. Lastly, when evaluating Microsoft using a discounted cash flow model, we use an 8.5% discount rate with a 13% growth rate, which is quite optimistic for a company of its size. We also apply a 20% margin of safety to account for any errors in the calculations over the next 10 years. This analysis results in a valuation that is 26% above its current price, giving it a rating of 1.16 out of 5. Although this rating isn't the highest, it is somewhat skewed by the company's heavy investments in AI, another factor contributing to its high price to free cash flow ratio. The next stock is another high quality company trading at an even cheaper valuation than Microsoft, and that company is Google. Google is a massive tech company best known for its search engine, which makes finding information online easy. Its strong moat comes from advanced search algorithms, vast data resources, and an ecosystem of popular services like Gmail, YouTube, and Android. This combination makes it difficult for competitors to catch up while keeping users coming back. For example, Google dominates the search engine market with a 90% share, showcasing its impressive market leadership. Additionally, the company is investing heavily in its cloud division, which is currently growing at strong double digit year over year rates, which is very impressive. Regarding valuation, Google currently has a PE ratio of 22.8 and a price to free cash flow ratio of 31, primarily due to its significant investments in AI. In my opinion, these metrics are reasonable for such a high quality company, and that's one of the reasons I personally hold the stock in my portfolio. Lastly, when evaluating Google using a discounted cash flow model, I use a 9% discount rate and a 13.5% growth rate, numbers I believe the company can achieve in the long run. With a 20% margin of safety, the model yields a share price of $169. While the current share price stands at $187 at the time of recording, this results in a rating of 2.02 out of 5, suggesting the stock is fairly valued. However, like Microsoft, Google's heavy investments in AI somewhat skews its discounted cash flow model. The third stock has been largely overlooked and even talked down about by some investors. Yet, despite this skepticism, the stock surged 56% in just a little bit over a month, and that company is Alibaba. Alibaba is a major Chinese company that operates online marketplaces, making it easy for people and businesses to buy and sell products. In addition, it offers services such as digital payments and cloud computing, which help support business growth. Alibaba's strong competitive edge comes from its massive user base, integrated logistics, and dominant position in China's e commerce market. Its growth potential lies in areas like cloud computing, global expansion, and AI driven services. With a diverse business model spanning retail, finance, and technology, Alibaba is well positioned for long term success in digital commerce. When it comes to valuation, despite the recent 56% surge, Alibaba has a PE ratio of 26 and a price to free cash flow ratio of 20. At first glance, these numbers don't appear too expensive given the company's moat. although its PE ratio is similar to Google's, and I might personally lean toward Google. I do believe Alibaba is looking quite attractive at its current price. Using a discounted cash flow model with an 8.5% discount rate and a 7% growth rate, which I believe Alibaba is capable of achieving, and applying a 20% margin of safety, we arrive at a DCF share price of $141 per share. This valuation is roughly in line with its current market price, suggesting that Alibaba is fairly valued. The fourth stock I recently covered is Uber, following major news that one of the top super investors, Bill Ackman, bought into the company. Uber is a company that lets you book rides through an app, connecting passengers with drivers for easy, cashless travel. In addition to ride hailing, Uber also delivers food through Uber Eats and offers other transportation services like scooters and freight. Operating worldwide, it makes getting around more convenient. Uber's competitive edge comes from its vast network of drivers and riders, creating a strong barrier for new entrants. Its extensive data and strong brand recognition further solidify its market position. In terms of growth potential, Uber is expanding beyond ride hailing into food delivery, freight, and even autonomous vehicles. This diversification positions the company to capture a large share of the transportation and logistics market while managing regulatory challenges. The stock currently has a PE ratio of just 17.9 and a price to free cash flow ratio of 24.9, which are relatively low compared to some of the other stocks we've discussed. Giving the company's substantial moat and its status as the go to ride hailing service for many, it appears to be attractively priced. For the discounted cash flow model, I've used an 11% discount rate and a 15% growth rate, figures I believe are achievable for Uber, along with a 20% margin of safety. This analysis indicates that Uber is fairly valued with a DCF price per share of approximately $75. The last and final stock on our list is Vistra, a company I personally hadn't realized super investors were buying into until now. Vistra is an energy company that generates and supplies electricity to home and businesses. It operates various power plants using a mix of traditional fuels and renewable sources to keep the lights on. The company's strong competitive edge stems from the fact that energy is a necessity. People and businesses need it no matter what. Vistra benefits from large scale operations, established infrastructure, and an ability to adapt to evolving energy trends like the shift towards renewables and battery storage. Because building power plants and energy grids is both expensive and highly regulated, new competitors cannot easily enter the market. For growth, Vistra is well positioned as the world shifts to cleaner energy. The company is investing in renewables and energy storage, not only to stay ahead of regulations, but also to open new revenue streams. With rising electricity demand driven by factors such as electric vehicles and data centers, Vistra stands to benefit significantly. Currently, Vistra has a relatively high price earnings ratio of 32 and a price to free cash flow ratio of 28, which are decent. However, its forward price earnings and forward price to free cash flow ratios stands at 21 and 18, respectively, suggesting that the stock is fairly valued based on its earnings per share and free cash flow per share. Using a discount cash flow model with an 8% discount rate, a 6% growth rate, and a 20% margin of safety, we arrive at a DCF share price of $197. This indicates that the stock is undervalued, making it worth taking a closer look at Vistra. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you want to learn more about Uber stock, which we discussed earlier, watch this video right here where I will give you a full insight into the business.